Good evening. All right, day 10 is done. Only 30 more days left to go in the fast. In my original goal of 40 days. So, I got some feedback from some family. My son, specifically, smart kid, love him to death. He definitely looks at life a little different. He definitely looks at everything aspect of life different than what normal people do. And not negative, he's a very positive son. So he gave me some feedback after watching my videos, and he was like, "Dad, you should talk about how your life changed mentally, how you think mentally, or that's changed since you've been fasting." And I said, "Well, I really haven't noticed a change in only 10 days. I think I'm still who I am, but I also think there may have been a little change." So as I started diving deeper, I look at it and I started thinking about what I talked about yesterday, where a coworker was talking about death, how he feared death. And I heard something from a pastor today that just really hit home. We are immortal until the day God takes us to heaven. So until God takes us, until He has ordained our life is done on this earth, we're going to be immortal. So with that being said, I don't fear death. I never looked at myself as immortal until God takes me to heaven, but I don't fear death because in God's time it'll happen. If He says, "All right, Charles, your work is done on this earth, I'm ready to have you in heaven," then great. He takes me. So that's how I feel about it. I haven't talked to the coworker yet today. I did see him, but too much work going on. But I will be there next week, so probably talk to him about that and see where he is. It makes me question, is his faith, or even if he is a Christian, he said he is a Christian, but if his faith is strong as he says it is. And then I talked to other family members, such as my wife, who says, yeah, she fears death too. So it's not about your level of faith, I think. I think it's more of what do you want in life? And for me, my number one goal is God. That's why I don't fear death. That's why I used to jump from planes, ride motorcycles, do everything crazy that you can imagine, is because I never worried about dying. I knew I was going to heaven. And God protected me through all of that. So He felt it wasn't my time. And my wife feared death because she leaves her kids and the family. She leaves all this stuff behind. And who wants to die and leave your family to fend for themselves? So I get that aspect. I do. My kids personally are a little older. They're now 18 and 19, so they're ready to fend for themselves. All right, so let's go on to the next thing that I want to talk about, which is my weight, physical feelings, how I'm feeling. I was definitely sluggish this morning. I got coffee with nothing in it. Literally, it's an Americano, so it's like a shot of espresso or something, and then water. So it's 90% water with a little bit of caffeine, which was fine, and um, that helped me. That helped me a lot, and in fact, it helped me get through the sluggish day. And I just noticed myself today walking sluggish, and then I think about it. Well, my sluggish walk is actually faster than the average person. My normal walk is almost a speed walk. I just don't like walking slow. I walk slow when I'm in the woods, just trying to take in life. But when I'm going from point A to point B, I don't really walk slow. It's just not me. My weight is down to 149, so that's officially 20 pounds gone in 10 days. And if I average that out right, that puts me at about 119. So I had to look it up. I'm like, all right, so if I'm losing a pound a day and the 40 days is done and I'm at 119 at 5'6", am I unhealthy? And I looked it up, and according to, so let's get the stats right, according to the cancer.org BMI chart for adult males, it is actually 118 to 148 is my healthy range. My calculation today specifically is my BMI is 24, so my weight of 149 says that I am at the top of that chart, which is 148. So that's good. by the time I'm done with this, I will still be in the healthy range. The rest of my losing weight is all going to be healthy. And I won't get too skinny. I'll be fine. So I'm not worried anymore about it. It was a thought that I wanted to make sure. So that way I know that I'm being taken care of physically as well. Though I know God will take care of me, and like a lot of people on here say, is when I've researched and did the research on 40-day fast, not a lot of, actually no one has ever talked about doing it for God. I've seen their physical reasons, health reasons, and they lose the weight, but then they gain most of it back right after. And I am doing this for God. That's the number one. But number two is the health benefit. It is amazing to be in a healthy range. Not that I was ever really unfit and healthy, but I definitely felt like I could have lost some weight, could have been a little tighter. I'm older, so it's a lot harder now to lose the weight than it was when I was 25, 30 years old. Now I'm almost 40, and I eat a donut and I gain 5 pounds. So after this, I will pick back up on my healthy eating, which was keto, and I'll probably do a modified keto. That way I can enjoy a little bit of carbs that I do enjoy, like a donut, without gaining. I'm going to expect that I'm going to gain about 7 pounds after this. I think I'll be around 125, 130 after I lose this weight, fasting is done, and then I eat normal. I think I'll be about 130. I'm comfortable with 130. That was had always been my goal physical weight to lose, to be at during my last 3 years, I say. Because I've always been around 150. I just felt like 130 was more comfortable. And that could bring me up to the next subject of, how do you perceive yourself? Are you looking at yourself and saying, this is what I need to be, this is what I need to look like? Are you finding security in your weight, your looks? And if you are, then my advice is stop. And I think that's what I've done this time during this fast, is I've realized my security is in God, not in how I look, not in how I feel. And if you know your security is in God, all the other things fall into place. And some people say, well, I don't care, I know I look fine. But their security is in their money, in their car, in their house that they own, or they're trying, or in their bank account. How much money are you going to get in your bank account? Or are you going to save in your bank account? How much money are you going to make? Are you finding security in that? If you are, then understand that your security is not in God. God will provide all of that for you if you trust in Him. And people say, well, how do you trust? How do I trust? I completely, undoubtedly say, all right, God, it's in your hands. And I stop worrying about it. I pray specifically, all right, Lord, I need this. God, I need this. If it's your will, let it happen. Lord, take care of me in this way so I don't have to stress. So I am not anxious in worrying about it. And God does. He takes care of it. And I literally live anxiety free. I have the occasional anxiety once in a while, and everybody does. It's human nature. But once I say that prayer, I feel that peace overcome me, and I feel fine. So that's that. I was going to go camping this weekend, so I wasn't sure I was going to even have any videos tonight or tomorrow or the next night. I was going to, but not post them until after I got back. But it's raining. So it's 2 weekends in a row where it's raining, so I'm not going to be able to camp. I'm hoping, well, next weekend I can't. I got to fix my son's car. So the weekend after that, possibly. So hopefully that happens. I can camp. I can get out in nature and me, God, the Bible, and nothing. No social media. I try. I'm striving to stay away from electronics. I am an IT guy, so it's hard. But I don't sit there at work anymore and watch a movie like I used to, or watch a TV show on Netflix while I'm working. Now I listen to a sermon. I listen to Christian music. I do things that glorify God because I need to edify myself. My goal is to hear God, and in order to hear God, I need to be with God. And that's not going to come from watching TV and watching shows and listening to bad worldly music or just worldly music, and it's just not going to come that way. I need to be in the presence of God as much as possible, and that is possible. And so that's what I'm doing. All right. Well, that's it. Day 10 down. See you tomorrow.